Oh, we're tight. We're like in your shoulder to shoulder. That's funny. We've got a bit more space to spare. G'day, crew. So, Men's Circle has started back up, right? Last week. And so Bear and I have been in circle with brothers, which is epic. And last night, actually it was quite funny last night, we had Larry Dawson sitting in circle with us, who brought Mankind Project, our men's group, here to Australia 20 years ago. And me, Bear and Brooke normally like host the circle. When Larry's in the space, he's got this like elder fatherly energy, right? And me, Bear and Brooke shouldn't have been sitting beside each other because we became these naughty little kid versions of ourselves.
Huey, Dewey and Louie.
And it was classic, but it was a lot of fun, and we should never sit beside each other again.
Ever again.
We said that. But right, there was this piece that happened, and we talk about and it's funny that we say Huey, Dewey and Louie, and like our little, wild kids, because when it comes to loving our shadows, the inner child needs to be acknowledged. The wounded child within us needs to be acknowledged, right? Every single one of us, everyone watching, has deep core wounding, right? Core wounding, whether it be fear that I'm powerless, fear that I'm going to be abandoned by everyone that loves me, fear that I'm unworthy of love or unworthy of affection, care. G'day, just come through here, Braz. It's just first on the left.
Sorry.
No need to apologise, my man.
First on the left in the kitchen.
Yeah. Unworthy of happiness or of fun was a piece last night, or unworthy of like an easeful life, right? And this can create conflict, crisis and chaos. I won't go too deep into that. What happened last night was this man was sharing, and he had a lot of anger, a lot of rage, that he witnessed himself recently go into some old paradigm thoughts, behaviours and emotions, and he saw that part of himself and he went, fuck off to it, right? I took a hit when he did it. I was kind of like, ooh, like he witnessed some shadow come up that said, are you sure you're worthy of that, right? And he went, fuck off, right? And to me, that shadow was his wounded little boy. Right, his wounded little boy goes, are you sure that we're worthy of this love from our partner? Like, are you sure we're going to be worthy of love if we communicate this to her? If we communicate our truth to her, is she still going to love us? Is she, right? And he went, fuck off to that little boy. And what did that bring up for you, Ben?
So I hear Danny say then that part of that brought up some stuff for Danny at that moment when that man really acknowledged what was going on for him. So at the very same time as well, this is what how I love that all of us, men and women, we are our own people, and we have our own feelings. So at that moment for Danny, my moment witnessing it, I saw the man and the man's shadow come up, and I really thought it was beautiful. I really acknowledged that this man is going on this journey, and he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be okay. And there's no time frame on this. Danny and I spoke at Walking Through the Woods today, that spoke about as long as that man comes back, as long as that man does the work, as long as I keep doing the work in my life, looking at myself. What does working say? It's when I own up to my stuff, when I have enough love for myself that I can put myself in front of others that know more than me to learn about me and to own my stuff. There, I'm doing my work. And that man is definitely doing his work. So I saw the beautiful side of the futuristic part of him being in a place where like, Shadow, hello Shane, I love you, hello perpetrator, you're so beautiful. When I can own these things about me in my life as they come up, I can go, oh, back again, are you? Okay, let's have a look at this. Or to my partner, rage straight away. Hey babe, whoa, something really come up for me. I'd like to talk about it. Whoa, Yeah, cool. Let's sit down. Those are thank you, electrician man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, just safety switch your trip. If it does it again, just go to the board.
Okay.
Flick the one that's down up.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
So the electrician just told us about the safety switch in our kitchen. If it flips, just go out to the back and flick it. Same as the shadow. When I'm acknowledging my shadow switches and I flick, and I go to this place of a behaviour that I don't want in my life, a behaviour that impacts others and myself, destruction, go and flick the switch, Bear.
And
Go and
choose to
flick the
communicate.
switch.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like if I lash out at my partner, and like if I'm moody, lash out at her because she's done something, and I go, and then I see that that's old paradigm me, is the terms that we used last night. That's old paradigm me that lashes out like that. Instead, I could be like, oh, I feel a lot of pain, I feel hurt. Like admit that to myself, and then I go like, oh, this is uncomfortable to admit to her. Hey baby, can I talk to you? It's really uncomfortable for me to speak to this, but I've got to take back all that anger that I put towards you, right? Because it's not actually about you, right? Like, yeah, your behavior like triggered something in me, but that's not your responsibility. It's not right for me to, like, because I was feeling pain, to stab holes in you all of a sudden, right? That's not how we do things. That's not how we're committed to doing things. If we're committed to the work and showing up in, I don't know, a way that's closer and more aligned to our truth, however we want to put it, if we want to do the work, right? So what's it look like to love our shadow? Bear was just touching on it beautifully, that it's like when it pops up, we go, oh, there you are again. Like that part of me that goes, oh, this feels really uncomfortable, I want to avoid this at all costs, and I go, I'm avoiding it, and then I go, oh, that's my avoidant self. I'm like, hey, hey avoidant self, come here.
Come on down, sit down.
I appreciate you, avoidant self, that you've kept me safe in the past, but you no longer drive this rig. Right, I'm committed to stepping up and communicating even though it's uncomfortable. I'm stepping up and like avoiding that phone call. Oh, I really don't want to make that phone call, and days go by and it's like, what have I actually just got to do? Like, what, because I live with Spirit Bear, right, who's the brother that does the work, it may be a big leap for me to leaning into the discomfort of going, hey Bear, I've got to make this call to the government and I really don't want to bloody make it, and actually, that feels better, even just admitting that to you. Okay. And you go, and Bear goes something like, well, what have you got to do, Danny? What are you committed to? And I go, I'll make the call today. Right? And he goes, why don't you make the call right now? I go, okay, I'll make the call right now. Right? And so that's what I'm committed to. Bear's committed to showing up like this as well. Right? This is how we love our shadows. We bring them forward. We acknowledge them, that they're trying to drive our rig, right? We love them in trying to keep us safe in that way. And we say, we love you for the way that you've kept us safe in the past. But you no longer serve me.
Nice. Good. Like it.
I'd like you to talk about, you touched on it last night, about your inner child.
Yeah. So my little boy, the little boy in me, so there's two parts of me, and if I speak for myself, my little boy and my man, who is, we're both the same. So in my life, my little boy has run my life and driven the bus. You might hear that phrase, driving the bus. So imagine me, the man, sitting in the back seat, and my little boy's up there going, woo, yeah, like crunching the gears, just driving through houses, hitting people, and just going, yoo-hoo. And I've got no control, because it's even worse, because I'm actually buckled in the back, and I can't even get it. Like, this bus was crazy. So, no longer. Like, the work, that's the work. So now we have a chauffeur driving the bus. The little boy's sitting next to me. We're like looking at the beautiful, the surrey. You can imagine it's really nice. But there was work to be done to get there. So part of my work, what I spoke about last night, was a few months ago, I really felt my little boy was really sad, and I spoke to people, and I witnessed other people doing this work, and I was like, oh, I really need to do this for myself. And it started out by me spending time with myself in a quiet place and acknowledging my little boy and actually embracing him in my arms and trying to feel into the love and imagining him as a little boy scared, and me physically in my own space telling myself, my little boy, oh, it's okay, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then when I was going through some photos, a little photo of me as a little baby fell out of a little fat little chubby mouldy baby and sitting in this little chair with wheels and with this little beanie, and black and white photo, and I grabbed it and I put it in my wallet and my phone, and I felt like, great, I'm actually going to have a photo of my little boy here, and I'm going to look at it every day. Every day I go to the Coles and I go and purchase, some sweet potatoes. I'm going to open it up and go, oh, there he is. And it was true. It was like he's still in there now, but I've actually can't find him now. He's fallen out, but he'll return. And that was really healing. And then as time went on, I was like, oh, every day I see myself. I see like, oh, there he is. And it reminds me that I love myself. I love my little boy. And then I would get to go to a bank or go to a shop, and the phone would open, and a lady or a man might be there, and, oh, what's that? Is that your son? And I was like, no, it's me. And I'm like, and I got used to saying that, and I actually like, yeah, that's me. Oh, that's interesting. Then they'd ask the question, why is that? Oh, it's my little boy, and I have beautiful presence and joy in saying it. No shame. It's like I would say, yeah, it's me. It's my little boy. It reminds me that I love myself and the little boy in me and my playful side and all this sort of stuff. And it reminds me every day when I look at it. Surprisingly enough, everyone really just sat there in a bit of silence. It was like, wow, that's a great idea. And I could see straight away they would think about themselves and what it would be like for them to acknowledge that little boy inside them or the little girl inside her. So, great. It was a great thing for me to do. It really has helped me acknowledge my little boy inside me and integrate. Every day, just try and integrate.
It's a practice as well. It's a practice of integration.
Yeah.
Right? It's curious to me when people throw around the term of like not integrated. Oh, you're not integrated in your masculine or not integrated in your feminine or anything like that, or in your darkness or your light or blah, blah, blah. It's constant practice, right? I'm not going to show up as perfect. The moment I might have my little boy integrated right now, right? But what happens when a massive trigger comes up and all of a sudden I'm like this tantruming little kid all of a sudden, like again, and I'm like, oh! And then I've got to practice catching that little boy and saying, hey, you don't drive the bus, you don't drive the rig, right? So integration is a constant practice as well. So don't fall into these traps in language in the spiritual community that's like, oh, am I integrated in this? Am I not integrated in this? It's a practice, right? And let's love ourselves for where we are in that practice, right? So even if I completely lost the plot today, right, and completely went into like a tantrum like I haven't had in years, right, and I feel like I'm right this moment, I feel like I'm an integrated man to some degree. Don't even know what that means, right? It's fabrication. What is it? I'm not attached to looking integrated or being integrated or any of that.
Is it the white shirt that makes you integrated?
Is it the white shirt that makes me like, I'm a man now, right? Like,
am I integrated now because I played this flute?
It doesn't mean anything, right? It is a practice, and all I've got to do is love myself. Even, right? This is what self-love is. Like, it's not just an Instagram little like love yourself, right? That doesn't help. Can I love myself in the darkest of shadows? Can I love myself when I've completely lost the plot? I'm mad at Bear for this and that, and he bloody dirtied the kitchen, and he said this and this, and he fucking comes home and eats all me food, and I completely lose the plot, right? To the point when I lose the plot like that, when any of us lose the plot like that, truth starts to get fabricated, right? And I'm completely losing the plot at Bear. You eat all my food, you bloody dirty up the house every day, blah, 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 and like losing my mind at him. And then all of a sudden, like Bear kind of goes, actually, Danny, that's that washing up stuff, that none of that was mine. I actually haven't been here in a couple of days. I bought the broccoli and that, and like, I'm like, okay, and like, so the truth started to get fabricated, and I come back to center, and it's like, oh, I've just made a fool out of myself. I'm embarrassed. I might be in shame. But can I love myself there? That's the question, right? That's what integration means to me, or learning to be integrated, right? It's like, can I, when I've completely lost all of my emotion, let my emotions run over me, right? Can I love myself in that moment and not carry shame? Like, feel the shame, let it go. Feel the fear, let it go.
And Danny, on the other side too, if that was to be true, and you come out with that, on me with that, and if I didn't take it in the sense of, I can't own any of that. That's cool, but hey, brother, if I didn't do that, I could take that on it too, and have my own shadows from your shadow behaviour, create my shadow behaviour, and my shadow behaviour could be, fuck you, what, fuck, and I could feel this stuff. So our shadows are actually coming from behind us, going, hey, you want to play some cool games with these guys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because Bear might go into people pleaser, right? And the truth may be that I actually created most of that mess and most of the food was Bear's, but I've got this story, this lens, that it was all mine. And I projected all over him that he's an asshole, right? And there's a part of him that knows, actually, that was my food and I didn't make that mess. But his people pleaser might come up and go, oh, shit, I'm such a piece of shit. I'm such a shitty housemate.
Yeah, it's a great shadow, that one.
I'm such a shitty house. Why am I so shit? Am I even worthy of having friends or like having
so
loved
good.
ones? Like, he might go to there, and it's like
people pleaser, not worthy.
And
keep talking.
And I'm like this tyrant. I'm this full tyrant. Like,
there's a party going on,
and like these shadows taking over us. It's like, can we catch them and communicate? Hey, actually, Bear, I was feeling pretty tyrannical, and it's because this other stuff was going on for me in my life, like emotionally.
Keep talking.
And I actually. And if I'm in my truth, I don't think all that food
into
was
our
mine.
heart
Shit,
now. I see the voices coming down. We look at each other. We're connecting again. It's like,
and I actually appreciate you. And you actually are. You're a great housemate, and I actually love you, and I'm glad that you're around. And yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, and I can own my shit. You know, like
I feel better already.
So maybe our shadows run away and like run away with our bodies sometimes, and like have a fight. Right? And can we catch them? Can we love them? And can we love each other's shadows? Right? With our housemates, with our partners, with anyone that's around. Because the shadows will come up. The question is, can we love people in their shadows? Can we love ourselves in our shadows?
That one.
We love you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.